Rike Knives is known for their incredible machining capabilities, their ultra tight tolerances, and their very aggressive and unique shapes. And I believe that they have put it on full display with this right here, the Hunter 1 by Rike Knife. Hey everyone, this is Sam at Wyvern Kodiak. Let's get into this knife and check it out. So starting off right away, you have this really crazy carbon rust inlay which kind of changes color with an iridescent flash by the light. Beautiful inlay on the pivot. It's like almost like it's underneath it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's really beautiful. They have a probably more than halfway grenade style patterned backspacer with a lanyard loop on here. You have a milled titanium pocket clip which is extremely stiff, and then you have what I can see as a hollow swedge on here, front flipper, and some really wild thumb studs. Opening this up here, you have a very aggressive drop point dual grind tanto, so it's hollow back here, it is flat up front. The blade is in S90V, gorgeous profile on this. And again, the machining from Rike is just incredible. I mean, hollow swedge and then a hollow dual grind on the front over here. It's awesome. You can really see the coppers coming through on the carbon fiber here. And this thing is just texture heaven. Chris would really like this. He's a texture guy through and through. So everywhere you touch on this knife, there is more texture. You can even see here there's some step milling there on the lock bar, which is a liner lock, an exposed liner lock over here, almost like a bolster. Very, very nice. The jimping on here is not ultra sharp, but it is very grippy because of how close together it is, and it's in a great spot leading up to that upsweep scoop on this. Let's talk about the specs on this knife. So we're looking at 8.27 inches overall. You've got a 3.54 inch blade, and the weight comes in at 4.94 ounces. Let's do some size comparisons quick. We've got a Demko 8020.5, and then you have a EMP EDC Nimble X, and you can see here that the Nimble X is closer, but the Rike knife is still a little bit bigger. So it is a good full-size knife. And then we'll look at the Kunwu Excalibur Metal Complex collaboration, and then my very own Wyvern Kodiak Gracchus. And you can see here that it is bigger than both, but getting pretty close to the Excalibur side of things. So again, full-size knife here, but still a little bit bigger than everything. So it is a very big knife on this. We just did the specs, Sam. Ergos in hand, I've got double XL hands, 4-finger grip, choke back here, thumb on that little scoop. This is very nice. No pinch points or hot spots, not very uncomfortable, not super comfortable either. I can feel in here a little bit, so these edges here are a little bit sharp, and they could be knocked down a little bit. They're not super uncomfortable or anything. In a normal grip like this, I don't feel it, but when I bear down a lot, I can feel it a little bit. It is a little bit sharp. There is a choil here to choke up a little bit. I wouldn't get too close because you're getting awfully close to that edge here, so this is about as close as you can get on that. And again, this is comfortable, no issues whatsoever. Now the action on this is on bearings. So, and Rike has incredible action on their knives. Very, very smooth action. Thumb studs work outstanding. Almost hydraulic. It's very, very smooth action. Reverse flick off the thumb studs work outstanding. Front flipper, yep, that works as well. And then can I get the side roll on the front flipper? Yep, no problems whatsoever with that as well. Cool thing about this front flipper is because of this sweep and how tall it is, you really get a great fulcrum point on it. I would say that I wish that the jimping did go up higher and over the top. I have slipped off of it right here when I try to get it right on the corner, so I do have to get a little bit lower. But because of the height, it isn't an issue. It is more than serviceable for a front flipper, but in an ideal world, I do wish that the jimping did travel all the way to the top of the front flipper. One thing I did notice is the screws on here, and so the pivot appears to be a T8. Yep, no issues there. But the body screws, hang on one second here. The body screws, I believe, are T6s. Yeah, the body screws are T6s on here. And then, what about the thumb stud? Yeah, the thumb stud's a T6 as well. So, everything is T6s except for the pivot is a T8 on here, which is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. This knife comes in at like 375 bucks, and that is not cheap. That's a premium knife price, and T6s on anything on this knife is a miss in my opinion. They should be T8s minimum everywhere on this knife. So that is definitely some points off on Rike for putting T6s on the body screws. So let's take a look at this pocket clip real quick here. So the pocket clip is incredibly stiff, and the very front of the pocket clip here is very sharp, which makes it very uncomfortable. And it looks almost like that clip is going to be like when you put the fabric in for your pants, it's going to hit the wall, and it's going to be very tough to get underneath that. Let's test this out, but this pocket clip looks like it may not be the greatest. And I have been wrong before, so we can always prove it just by testing it out. All right, for those of you new to the channel, these are medium thickness jeans. I'm going to take the knife, put it in the pocket, see how easy it is to slide in the pocket, how good the retention is on the pocket clip, how easy it is to slide out of the pocket, and if there'll be any long-term damage or fraying to the edges and seams of your pocket. So we're going to put this in position here and push. Yeah, look at that. So much tension. It pops over. Once it's in there, you're looking at close to 3/4 of an inch sticking out of the pocket, so definitely far from deep carry. I don't know if that's an issue for you. I don't really mind pocket clips that aren't deep carry. It doesn't really bother me. I like deep carry clips as well, but this wouldn't prevent me from owning a knife by how much is sticking out. You can see how good the retention is on here. It's moving the pants, it's not moving the knife in the pocket. And then coming out of the pocket, yeah, it is a struggle. That pocket clip is going to chew your pants up real good over extended use. And to be honest with you, is it usable? Yes. Is it good? Far from. That pocket clip is definitely, in my opinion, a big miss. So there you have it, folks. I was pretty much spot on the pocket clip issue. Let's look at the choil real quick here. Looks like the plunge grind comes to right about here where my nail is. So you get a little bit of sharpening life on here, but judging by where it gets thicker underneath, it looks like you're going to get a smile relatively quick on here. I don't know if that's a big issue for you or not. but I'm pointing things out, merely educating and informing. Not knocking that in any way, shape, or form, as I'm not one to use a knife like this hard that I think I would really ever need to sharpen it per se. Best case scenario is I would strop it back. But other than that, I don't think I would use it to the point where I'd actually need to put an edge back on the thing. Just a quick note here, Hunter 1 on one side, then it says CPM S90V number 141 on the other side here. Can we get a clearer shot? There we go. So kind of like ornate writing on there in script. So classy look. The rest of this knife is absolutely stunning though. I mean, what fit and finish on this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, smooth, very glassy action on this thing. I mean, this feels almost like washers. You don't feel a bearing roll in there in the slightest bit. And it's very controlled. Super easy to deploy. Overall, the knife is really cool and a great looking knife as well. So let's talk about any misses or dislikes on it. You know, I do wish the jimping was a little bit sharper, but it's pretty good. It's still not terrible. My biggest gripe on this knife more than anything is going to be the T6s on the body and the pocket clip. Those are my two big knocks on this one. I would say the rest of everything is more of nonsense, but those two things there are pretty big deals and items that I think Rike should be addressing. Not necessarily on this model, but going forward, they should really be thinking about that. So that's what I got for you today, folks. So let me know what you think. You all like this knife and Rike knives in general. They do amazing machine work and they put out some stunning pieces. The action is spectacular, but you know, I don't handle a lot of Rike knives, so anybody out there that does, fill me in. I'd love to hear from you. And then if you're not subscribed to the Wyvern Kodiak YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate that. Check us out on Instagram at Wyvern Kodiak. Give us a follow there. And last but certainly not least, check out our website, wyvernkodiak.com. Subscribe to the newsletter and stay informed all things Wyvern Kodiak. Thanks everybody for your time today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you all have a fantastic day.